What's up, Grabby peeps? It's Inkie Quill, and oh my, it's Grab 5 time. So if you don't know what Grab 5 is, or if you're new to my channel, it's where I grab 5 things from my stash and I have to use them in a layout. So play along at home, grab 5 of your own things. You can kind of go for the same categories like I have, like a sticker or a puffy sticker, but play along and see if we can get our stash used, because we all have so much stuff. So the first thing I picked was that 12 by 12 Kaiser Craft. It's an old sticker sheet. It's just been floating around for a while. I've got the Chasing Dreams crepe paper 6 by 6 paper pad. I've got this poor pathetic sticker sheet, which has been, I think I've used it in a Grab 5 before, but it is probably my oldest thing. I'm not sure what brand it is, but I doubt you'd be able to get it. Might be We Are Memory Keepers, maybe, or My Mind's Eye, something like that. I've got these puffy stickers. I think they're from Dear Lizzie. And I've got some frames. Now, hands up who has these frames sitting around in their stash and they don't know what to do with them. Today I'm going to show you a really easy technique to use 5 of them up. You can use even more actually, but I'm doing a skinny layout today. So this is a photo of the bunnies, and you know what? I never get sick of taking photos of them, ever. I did originally think that I was going to just kind of make a background of frames, but then I decided to do something a bit different. So this is, like I said, a 6 by 12 layout, and I get a lot of people ask where I get my page protectors from. I often buy, there's some by Project Life that you can get in a pack, and there's also ones that are marketed towards storing your thickers, your alphabet stickers. So if you can't find the Project Life ones, then have a look where your thickers are stored in your local craft store. You might find them. So I grabbed 5 frames. These are probably all various crepe paper collections. They seem to go on a bit of a frame kick a couple of years ago, and I've just never used them. Like Poolside, I think, had a lot of frames in it, as did maybe Flea Market, but I've never used them. They just sit there. So I decided to make like a border strip of frames, and I do cut off half of them, which is a bit cheeky that I'm only using half, and I could have kept it, but honestly I just need to use up as much as I can of these things, because otherwise they'll just sit there. So I'm just backing each frame with a bit of paper that I'm not measuring, not working out beforehand, just estimating and plonking it down. And I tried to make it so that the backing paper was a different color than the actual frame, and that the yellow bit of that frame was really throwing me off. So I decided just to cut it off because I wasn't going to use it anyway. So this was really easy to do, and you could replicate this same thing with a 12 by 12 really easily. Maybe just use bigger frames. All of the layouts that I do, I know I don't do 12 by 12 scrapping anymore. I will be doing some for try and finish my freaking wedding album. So they'll be coming in a little while. But any of the layouts that I do, you can just stretch them out to suit a 12 by 12 format. It doesn't have to be the same size that I use. So I'm going to stick my photo here, but I need to put some tissue paper first. I don't need to, but I like to. And my ATG gun had a hissy fit, and I needed to refill it, and I didn't want to do that on camera. So I decided to just use some double-sided tape for now. I like using tissue paper just because it gives a bit of texture to it. Everything's not so papery. It gives it a bit of softness. And this photo of the angelic sleeping bunnies was just perfect for a bit of floaty angelic tissue paper. If you watch our vlogs, you'll know that they're not very angelic. Well, they are. They're pretty good, but they do have their moments of mischievousness. Now, the reason why I'm putting craft foam here is because those frames are raised on one side. So I kind of had to fill in the gaps with craft foam, because otherwise the photo would have dipped, or it would have stayed upright, but having so much time in my albums, over time it would have started to dip and dip and crinkle. It would have crinkled a little bit, and I didn't want any crinkly bunnies. So I'm just adding some more tape to here, and I'm sticking that down, and I'm going to do something really fun to all of these little frames and kind of use up those. A lot of the sticker collections these days are doing these icons that like houses completely get. but a lot of kind of icons that are a bit trickier to use. Like these hot air balloons are really, really sweet, but I don't exactly know when I'd use them, or the little car. Yeah, so I just decided to make these little, like a little street scene in the frame. So I've got the car down the bottom, and then these houses, and then the little bunny looking up to the bunnies. I wish it was looking the other way, but that's okay. And then the hot air balloons right at the top. Now adding a couple of these little banner stickers from the sticker sheet to make sure that I include it. And the stickiness is not fabulous on these stickers. It's gone. I then decided to add this big floral, and I have been hoarding this big floral because I really, really like it. It's very pretty. I'm into floral bunches at the moment. Well, always, but particularly at the moment, I'm rather liking them. These little white pieces of leaves. I have die cut using a Tim Holtz leaf die that I got a while ago, and I've only just used it because my Big Shot is now finally on a surface in my craft room, and it's not hidden under the desk where the bunnies like to sit on it, because the Big Shot's really heavy to lift up. But well, when you've just had a baby and your back's killing you, it's really heavy. So I can finally use it again, which is nice. I'm just cutting off the little excess bits on the side here, and I really like how this is looking. The thing that I think makes this layout look fresh and new, even though I'm using older products, is the white space. I think that it's important when you have something that's so busy on one side to also kind of keep a white, like a blank space. Even if you use it doesn't have to be a technically white space, it can be a pattern paper background, but just to have a bit of emptiness in your layout, I think it's important. Adding some of those little Kaiser Craft stickers, and I found I had extra of my favourite Studio Calico tiny word stickers in my stash when I reorganised my craft room, so I've dug those out and I'm trying to use them, because these pink ones, they're a really pretty colour. A lot of them are hard to use, like the words are a bit not generic enough for my liking. So they are a little bit harder to use, but I do like them. I did just cut you off there while I stuck all those stickers, the alphabet stickers, down my thickers. Of course, you didn't really need to see me stick everyone down. I did a bit of scripty font and a bit of journaling down there. And as I'm writing this, Poppet is snuggled at my feet. It's very, very cold because we're in the middle of winter here in Australia, and it's freaking freezing. And I've got the heater right against me. So I think I'm pretending that Poppet wants to be next to me because she loves me. But I think it's just because the heater is here also. Adding a couple of these leatherette stickers that I just had floating around in my stash, and these tiny little stars. Now, before someone asks where I got them from, I got them off eBay, those little tiny ones, and they are so fun to use because they really are like a tiny sprinkle. I really like tiny, if you haven't noticed, I really, really like tiny embellishments, she says while sticking down the smallest gold glittery heart you've ever seen. I really wish that more companies brought out teeny tiny stuff. Hearty shine, shake, 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 shake your hearty shine. Shake your hearty shine. If you're a first time viewer, you won't know what on earth I'm singing about, but that is my hearty shine song, and you can't use this hearty swap colour shine without singing it. So just adding a little bit here and there. I need to grab out some of my other Hearty Shines and try and use that. Maybe that can be my next grab 5, a different coloured Hearty Shine. Ooh. All right, guys, I'm all finished. I really like how this one turned out. It's just a cute little layout, and it kind of, the frames kind of remind me of a patchwork quilt, which is kind of snuggly and cozy, and yeah, I just really like the way that this looked, and I'm glad that I actually used up some frames from my stash. So that's my challenge for you. Try and use up some frames. Do a grab 5 of your things, make sure frames are one of them, and share it over in Scrapaholics Anonymous, my Facebook group. I'd love to see what you come up with. It's just a really easy technique to minimize the feeling overwhelmed by your stash. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.